It is the 26th for the 10th, 2025. The time is 26 minutes to 8. And that means, as always, one thing, that we have ourselves a race, and it's going to get techie than techie things. It's round 20, the Mexican Grand Prix. Max Verstappen currently 40 points adrift of Oscar Piastri in the Drivers' Championship standing lead. 14 points stand between Lando and Oscar. It is getting techier than techie things, particularly as Lando is in resurgence right around the time when Oscar Piastri is struggling for form over humanity. And again, Andrea Stella, per the stream earlier, told us that that's got something to do with the way that Oscar Piastri is as versus Lando, the way that their progressiveness respectively on the brakes. Low grip does not favour Oscar Piastri as a circumstance. It's going to get techie. TMM. This will either be the race of the season or the most done well. So go on then, F1. To that, let's go, Z. Of course, I'm here for it. Let's deal with the circumstances. It's really difficult to overtake around here. It will be techier than techie things because, of course, it's 2,200 metres above sea level. That's techie. That is techie than techie things. Aerodynamic efficiency gone by the wayside, therefore super difficult to follow. Because again, it's high altitude settings. Hola, humanity. Oh, the humanity indeed. Did you all see the RA72? I did not see it. Everyone wishing bad on Lando is hilarious. I don't wish bad on a Lando. I'll tell you what though, Easy G, if we're having an honest conversation up front, I mean, okay. So we're talking about Lando's performance. 40% of the time, Lando Norris starts on either P1 or P2. He ends up losing places over the course of the first lap. Only 10% of the time does he end up gaining. Not great, Lando. Not great at all, especially if you look at last year. Lost more places on the first lap than any other driver on the grid. 28, if I recall correctly. Lando Norris obviously dialed it in last time round at the US Grand Prix, in my humble opinion. Jolyon Palmer has something different to say. But again, 800 metres down to turn one, Lando's got to do one of these. He's got to get his elbows up. Do you know what I mean? It is going to get techier than techie things, and I cannot wait. I'm here for it, chat. By the way, red hot favourite to win this race. Now odds on, if you run the race, a simulation 100 times, bookmakers say that Lando Norris will win in excess of 50% of the time. Max Verstappen is a distant outsider starting from P5. Go on then, let's go through the circumstance. Lando Norris starting from P1 again. If past this prologue, only 3 of the last 24 runners around here have won this race from outside the top 3. Of the last 13, only 1 has won it outside of the top 3 as far as their starting positions. Talk about Oscar. Oscar's been struggling, hasn't he? Here's the honest truth, and I don't want to rail on Oscar, but Oscar, again, tale of two cities as far as his form. First half of the season, he was going gangbusters, right? Second half of the season, he's been nowhere, and I think that has something to do with what Andrea Stella keeps telling us, that, of course, Oscar Piastri does less well around low grip tracks than his teammate Lando Norris. We are T-minus 22 minutes away from a cheeky race start, and I and you and we are here for it. Let's say this up front and personal. 298 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. It matters more. It means more to me than you might realise. And again, I make no apologies for labouring this point, that this community fan channel drives and survives by dint of you guys turning up each and every single time. And I'm grateful to you, each and every single one of you ad nauseum, for indulging me in my very peculiar, extemporaneous F1 talk. It's going to get techie. Why am I so nervous, Jack? Turn 1, 800 metres. Oh my gosh. Smart Beats, you're a legend. I appreciate you, sir. I listen, gifting memberships. If you're a brand new member, get yourself over to community tab. Get yourself in the Discord. There is a link over there. Leverage yourself some elated peddler chat privilege. Higher altitude also means less power for the engine. Correct. TWM. Ruth Buscombe said that you lose 20% of your aero at 2,200 meters above sea level, and you lose 10% of your power. If I recall correctly, I need to check that. I don't trust me. Don't trust me with all these facts and stats. You know what I mean? I want to get them right. This is important. Hang on, F1. Here we go. Per roof Buscombe. You lose 20% of your aero efficiency. I stand corrected. 20% of your aero efficiency and 10% of your engine unit efficiency. It is, of course, the longest run to turn one of the year. 800 meters, 2,200 meters elevation above sea level. There you go. There you go. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good, mate. Up to Lando to quiet all these naysayers. 100%, Sir John. And he did it on Saturday, didn't he? There was me talking about the differential between actual hot lap and his theoretical, his hypothetical perfect lap. And he stopped it to me, didn't he? Yeah, I have to take two. I mean, that was Max Verstappen-esque, wasn't it? The fact that he executed, got the best. His perfect lap was the lap that he actually delivered. Don't hate that from Lando Norris. When he's like that, who cares about British Vogue? Do you know what I mean? Go on then, let's look at your circuit breakdown. 4.3 kilometres length, 71 laps. Last year winner Carlos Sainz. Pole time last year, 1:15.946. Most driver wins around here. Max Verstappen has 5. The next best is Jim Clark on 2. Most team wins are the balls that are red. It is what you need to know about performance level. Downforce is chaos around here. Context over the past previous 5 races, 119 points is how many Max Verstappen has scored. That's the same as Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri combined. Oh, the humanity. So Lewis has told the McLaren buzz that they will need to, if indeed they harbour aspirations of winning the championship in 2025 with the driver's variety, then it's time to get their elbows and teeth out, for they will need to be cutthroat. The teams are coming with one eye on reliability around here, making sure that they've got the appropriate airflow to make sure that there are no DNFs for the avoidance of doubt. If your name is Oscar, Lando or Max Verstappen, this is a 3-way fight. You cannot afford a DNF if indeed you harbour aspirations of winning races and therefore championship. There your louvers. You can see the Honda logo underneath it on the bloody engine. And again, the irony is not lost on me that Honda, 60 years, I can't do the math, 1965, there you go. 60 years precisely is when they won their first race. Go on, the Red Bull have bought all these upgrades, but they don't seem to have worked. Per Albert Fabrega, it's brake dust, it's cooling radiator inlet, it's engine cover cooling outlet, and the floor side wing hasn't worked though, has it? Here's Max Verstappen doing what Max Verstappen does, and everybody says that Max Verstappen is favourite. Factually, he's not actually the favourite. Lando Norris is with the bookmakers, and that's where he is. I mean, he's going to get techie. He's going to get techie. Here's your circuit breakdown per F1 TV. DRS, 3 DRS zones, 2 DRS activation points. Overtakes traditionally happen between turn 7, 9 and 10. Of course into turn 1, especially at the start of the race. 800 metres is the rundown. Tyre stress in particular noteworthy. Turn 1 and 3. Turn 5, 2. Remember, for the avoidance of that, Carlos Sainz does something different around turn 2, but they've resurfaced the curbing. So that might take away some of Carlos Sainz's advantage, but he's taken a 5-place grid penalty irrespective. So too, important to notice, top speed, Temple of Speed, Monza. You haven't got nothing around here. That turn 1, the run down to turn 1 is sufficiently long to where this is the maximal velocity that these F1 cars will see on the calendar in 2024. Techier than techie things around there. It's going to be as Karun Chanduk. I mean, these guys can't even get... Go on then, he's important. No, Karun Chanduk, nobody wants to talk to you, Karun. You haven't got the cachet of Martin Brundle. Oh no, this is why you need Martin on the grid walk. Chat. Karun Chanduk doesn't have the same cachet. Shame. Nobody wants to talk to you, Karun. It's not Martin Brundle, and therein lies the difference. Go on, your tyres. C2, C4, C5. I think it will be C4 and C2 in use around here. I think the C5 will deg too quickly. Pit stop losses. Green flag circumstance, 21.9 seconds. 12 seconds if it's a virtual or safety car circumstance. 43% of the time between 2017 and 2024, you've had a safety car proper. 71% of the time, you'll get a virtual safety car. A red flag, you will get yourself 14% of the time. It's going to get techie. I'm here for it, chat. I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous for? Palms are sweaty, mum spaghetti, eh? You've not missed this chance to blow. You got one opportunity. Got Hamilton, easy G. I mean, Lewis is the only one of the top 4 who's won a race around here, right? And some say that P3 is optimal. Lewis said in the post-qualifying presser that he was going to go racy, that he's conscious of the asymmetric risk that Lando Norris has to absorb. He's racing for a championship. Lewis and Charles are not. George Russell neither, right? Can you imagine? Lewis and Charles want to have one eye on their wing, in their mirrors, because George Russell's not going to hesitate. T-minus 15 minutes. Oh, the humanity. Sir John, nervous as fudge. Am I? Hi everyone, hoping for a chaotic first corner. I think it will be chaotic. It's the asymmetric risk up and down. Lando's going for it, right? Lando's going for the championship, so he's got to be tiptoes. This is epic. Love this. I can't see anyone beating Norris today unless they get in front of him. I mean, he's probably got the quickest car for sure, but if they get in front of him, like, I don't know. Do you trust the Lando start, Neil? Go on, we need to get a cheeky poll out, don't we? I've been slipping. 500 of you watching concurrently. T-minus 15 minutes to go. Do me a favour. If you could, like the stream, then like the stream. Right, we need to get our poll. Your turn one leader will be... I need to put some respect on George Russell's name, but I've got to keep Max in there. So, do you know what I mean? It's difficult to get it lead in Mexico. 100%. Nice will get a bad start. Oh, you guys know the Lando Norris stats. He's not good. I mean, it's a perfect storm, but he looks different, doesn't he? He looks and feels. 33% of you saying Charles will get it. Who will be your lap one leader? Cast your votes. George Russell, lap one. Z, I like your Max Verstappen bet. Thou shalt never bet against Max Verstappen, but he'll need to have had his Weetabix today. I watched a gazillion race starts at Mexico. The issue for Max is that he's got to work his way through the pack. It's congested. Why is Max in the pole too much? I know. You've got to include him, right? Who knows what he can do? Who knows what he can do? I mean, he's a magician, that fella. I know that the DAZN Spanish broadcast always call Fernando Alonso magic, but I would leverage that word when characterising what Max Verstappen has been up to. Let's see Lewis P1 into turn one potentially. He said he's going to go racy. Turn one, so Lewis 100% straight line speed. Their engine is very torquey, isn't it? Visual, you're a legend. George Russell, turn one leader. Go on and Visual. Potentially, mate. Max all or nothing. He can't do it though, but Mark. So Mark Boots, he can't. I don't think he can afford to do it. So looking at the starts, this is when Max Verstappen 2021. Yeah, he was gangster in 2021, eh? Max, last of the late breakers. But that was from P3 in 2021. P5. I think if Max is going to make it into turn one, he'll need an incident. And then even then, I don't know if you want to be in P5 when there's an incident in front of you. I'm not sure. A bit too close to the blast radius. Last year, Carlos Sainz was on pole. And then Max Verstappen stole his lunch money, didn't he? Oh. And then Carlos Sainz just cut the corner. Look at this. Carlos Sainz was like, well, no, I'm just going to cut the corner. Whatever. Smart from Carlos Sainz. Turn one, red flag, potentially, Joe. It's not the most unlikely. It's not the most unlikely eventuality. If Lewis gets the optimal start, the slipstream would be too strong, 100%. But Charles, go on then. What's the chances of a Ferrari crash? Because I don't think Charles Leclerc is in a very forgiving attitude or mood as far as the way he's interacting with his teammate Sir Lewis, given what happened at Baku when they were meant to switch position. And Lewis, 7-time champion, GOAT settings, first round Hall of Fame, forgot how to. This is over for Piastri, says he's the humanity. He's got this term on. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of recency bias at play as far as Oscar Piastri is concerned. I'll say that. Oh, they're showing the F1 T. So Mark, they're showing the tape getting put on. I want to see what I mean. They need to make a thing of it, right? If Red Bull try and rip it off again, Lewis prioritises team positioning over being on the podium. Well, he said in the post-quali press that he's going to be very racy. So, do you know what I mean? I think he'll go hard. He'll be acutely aware of the risk that Lando can't afford to crash. Lewis can. And that enables him and Charles and George to tap into a different brand of aggressive automotive pugilism, does it not? King George calls in driver at 2-1. Piastri might win if there is a lot of chaos. How many laps, guys? 50. What? We went through that earlier, I think, Andrew. Just flip back. In fact, you can see at the top right of your screen, Andrew. I've got it there, haven't I? 71. There you go. Forgot how to, Cameron. Or late Ferrari call and another driver pressing. Matt Steph 1 TV, stay out of trouble. Oof. Stay out of trouble, of course. By the way, Cameron, you've got a great channel. Recently found it like you start. I appreciate you saying that, Michael G. One day when I grow up, hopefully, I would be worthy of such high praise. One day. One day, mate. Charles has been looking happy the last couple of weekends. Looks like he's benefited from Lewis getting Ferrari to change the quali process, potentially. All right, we are. T-minus 9 minutes to go. I'm 71 laps. Is kind of crazy. Might not be able to watch the whole thing. You are, therefore, Benny, a part-time casual, as I am. Max Kamikaze. Oh, gosh, going to be techie. I'm here for it. I'm nervous as fudge. Very, very nervous today, chat. I don't know why. Or maybe because it feels like it's an inflection point in this championship of sorts. Who does Lando cover? This is the question. He literally has 2 bandits. Got to make a decision. And more than ever, he's got to cover himself right and not DNF. Mark Hughes in his article, Motorsport Magazine, said this is a kind of mutually, it's not 2021. If Max raced Lewis Hamilton super aggressively and then ultimately yeeted it into him, then no harm, no foul, because Max was leading the championship then and had one other protagonist that he needed to defend against, one other only fire-breathing dragon in Lewis that he had to slay for and manage. But when you've got 3 in the championship, it's completely different. You can't afford a DNF. Here we go, says Bruce. Enjoy the race, everyone. Buckle up and let's go. Too kind, Mr. Bruce Lawrence. You're a legend, chap. Can't wait for the action. Real question, who's going to cut the second corner? I don't know, Germanic. Someone maybe. Somebody will be clever enough, crafty enough, have enough devilment to do it. For sure. Lando has very good starts from pole. Henry, are you aware of the stats, sir? Didn't I just read them out? I thought I just read them out. 40% of the time from P1 or P2. Lando Norris loses himself positions over the course of the first lap. It's facts and stats, eh? Only 10% of the time does he make progress. I thought that was just a statistical fact, to be honest. You never know with Lando. This is the truth. I'd go off at the first corner, avoiding action. Always better to ask for forgiveness than permission, eh? Some say. Can Lando stall on the start? He can. I don't think he will, though. Only 10% of the time. Outrageous, see. He's not very good off the start, or at least he hasn't been. But again, he wasn't too bad last time out, which makes me think that he's... if you needed a barometer of Lando Norris turning a corner, a good start would be that. I tell you what, let me say this. I'll plant my flag to this thesis and supposition. What time's race start, UK the great? T-minus 5 minutes, chap. Do you think things may get a little techie? 1000% they will get techier than techie think. Max cuts the second corner, runs Lando off. Lando loses it. Max gets a 10-second penalty. Says, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Bet the line, Sir Cameron. Bet the line. I didn't do it again, Z. But I think the philosophy is right, though, sir. Hey, F wonk the like, and don't forget to share. You're a legend, Joe. How nervous am I, chat? Bruce, you're a legend, mate. Thank you for becoming the latest member and Elated Peddler. Get yourself over to the community tab and join the Discord. If you, of course, that way inclined. I'm getting the race on local TV, but it's muted and I'm listening to a friend call the race. Let's go, Joe Boy. Appreciate you, mate. Almost 55k. We'll get there. We'll get there. T minus 12 months to 100k settings. They've done a good job at hyping this up, have Sky Sports. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's a good song. It's not a bad song, that. Is that 5 minutes Greenwich Mean Time? 5 minutes anytime? It's the same 5 minutes, hey, Gen X Beaver. Same 5 minutes. Webber would have sabotaged Lando's race somehow. Lol T-Race. All this bottle talk just goes silent when he doesn't, so save it, guys, says Easy G. Get your hands off my Lando Norris. I mean, he's got an opportunity to go really well. All nervous. Says that, oh my gosh, chat. I'm going to grab a beverage. I'm really, really nervous. Oh my gosh, I can't cope. The music, no. How do you like yourself some F1 chat? 700 of you watching could go to do me a favour and smash the like. I'm nervous, more nervous now. The nervous things, it's going to get techie. It is going to get very, very techie. And breathe, Cameron. Oh. I don't think, Safak, that the Ferrari boys have a plan together. Charles isn't loving Lewis's work at the moment. I think something's changing, Charles. You saw how he defended Lewis last race. You saw the fact that Charles was owed a place at Baku and didn't get it because Lewis forgot. Go on then, your track circumstance. We are round 20. It's the Mexican Grand Prix. There are 5 races remaining, including this one. It will get techier than techie things. Elevation around here as versus sea level, 2,200 meters, 3 times the height of Burj Khalifa. It's going to get techie. 4.3 kilometers is your track distance, 372 kilometers per hour, maximal velocity, 1 minute 14.758, track lap record, 2,200 meters elevation, 71 laps is your race distance. Prepare to get techier than techie thing. Cameron, does Lando mess at the start? I don't know. I don't want to curse him. But if past his prologue, you know already, again, C2, C4, C5, skipped out C3 again. This should be a medium hard race potentially. I think the soft will fall off too quickly around here for the avoidance of doubt. Low grip tracks like this, OJP does not do well around. That's why he's 0.6 adrift of his teammate in terms of qualifying pace. Team on is 3 minutes. I concur. Fabio Ramirez, it's going to get, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I'm nervous, chat. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Lando, Oscar, Max. Here are the circumstance. So McLaren want to keep the team together with a view to keep winning, build themselves a dynasty and a legacy. But who's to say in 2026 that they will have themselves a market-leading car? It's brand new rules and regs. Ergo, there is urgency here. There needs to be from both of the McLaren drivers in particular, because they may go the rest of their career and never get themselves as good a bite at the cherry, as big an opportunity to win a championship of the drivers' variety as they do this year. An F1 bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Therefore, it's ironic, and it would be remiss of me, therefore, not to mention the fact that McLaren are diversifying their design philosophy portfolio, now thinking only about 2026, whereas Red Bull keep bringing upgrades. Hasn't necessarily worked around Mexico because Matt says it, not only does he not have the balance, but he doesn't have the grip. That's why he sat there on P5. If only for Max Verstappen fans around the world, he could have been in P3. Oh, the humanity. A 10th and a half adrift in qualifying. It's going to get techie. We're a couple of seconds away from a formation lap and I'm here for it. Oh, the humanity. Let's go. Fire up your engines, gentlemen. Let us go. I smell some drama at turn 1. I'm not sure how they all get through without so much as a love kiss, I'll be honest with you. Look at this. Softs. Oh my gosh. Look at this. They're saying softs. What? A medium for, oh no, medium for Max Verstappen. Everybody else has gone softs. I think that's smart from Max. I'll be honest. I think that's smart from Max and Red Bull because he's too far back, isn't he? I think he's in consolidation mode. Unless the bod's in front of him, I think they would have done their simulation and realised that there's nothing really doing from fifth. He's got to try and win it on race pace. Maybe he's done one of these, chat, as we alluded to in the stream this morning. Maybe Max Verstappen has done one of these. If on this side you have one lap pace, maybe Max Verstappen has shifted the sliding rule up towards race pace, and in so doing sacrificed, or I don't know, I'm speculating here, but he spoke about it, didn't he? He was emphasising the importance of race pace. Lest there be a sitting duck in the race. He's going to get taken. Oh my gosh, everybody is indeed on softs. Flipping Nora. Oh, the humanity. I'm nervous. Soft tyres. I thought the soft tyre was going to fall off. I was convinced. We're set a couple of seconds away from a formation lap. And breathe, ladies and gentlemen. And breathe, enjoy the race, says Crypto. Yeah, mate. I mean, as much as possible. 71 laps upcoming. Smart dude, that Max. Max normally starts well, but he's in fifth. He's too far back. There's nothing that he can do. He's beholden by whatever happens in front of him. Whatever the likes of Lando, both Ferrari bods, and George Russell do. I think Max could have done with an extra 2/10, right? He could have just done with an extra 2/10. Because he's going to go, I think that he's got to go long. He's got to go long and hope that the overcut can work around here. And again, around this track, I feel like the undercut is strongest. 1100 if you're watching concurrently. We're a couple minutes away from a cheeky race start. And your boy out here is nervous, more nervous than words can convey. All right, let's have a look. Breathe, Cameron. Breathe, chat. Okay. Look, let's go. Go on then. Starting the race on softs. Each of the top four. Max is the only one of the top five to start the race on mediums. Hajar starts on mediums. Tsunoda, Santu, Sainz, Bortoletto, Gasly, Colapinto and Albon start on odds. Everybody else to a man starts the race on softs. Lando Norris has gone early. Look at that. Bloody Nora. Lando Norris is going to do a little bit of a... He's going to have to do a bit of a lift and coast round here. Lando's gone a bit early. Evander Holyfield in attendance. Don't hate that. What's Evander doing in Mexico, eh? Three-time heavyweight champion. What's going on, Andy? Can you spell nervous? Right. We'll sync on the red lights if you are that way inclined. Otherwise, you guys can watch me a little bit delayed. Get ready for it. Jump it. Oh my gosh. Easy G. This is different, isn't it? Unprecedented levels of nerves for this start. 800 metres down to turn one for the avoidance of doubt. P3. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous, chat. I can't even talk. I cannot even talk. Of the last 24 races, 3 winners, only 3 winners have started from outside of P3. Oh my gosh. 11, 45% of the time, the winners come from pole. 25% of the time, 6 times as far as frequency, the winners come from P3. 4 times the winners come from P2. 2 times only the winners come from P4. 1 time the winners come from... Oh my gosh, right. We're going to sync on the reds if you're that way inclined. I will go 1 red light, 2 red light, 3, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And we are go. Who's got the start? Lando's got an incredible start, but the Ferrari have dropped the ball. Max Verstappen is coming. Max Verstappen is coming. He's got the launch. Look at that. Round the outside, Max. Round the outside, Max Verstappen. On both Ferrari, but he's on the dust. Oh, Max Verstappen runs wide. He's forced off. Oh, my gosh. Now, where's he going to filter back in here? Oh, my gosh. Max Verstappen goes back. Matt's very clever there. Max has filtered back on the track behind Lando Norris. Very, very clever there. Hopefully. Oh, Lando Norris retakes the lead. Ferrari tries to go up the inside of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen in third place already from fifth, the biggest winner. But the stewards have got to work it out, right? Is he going to give back the place? Lewis on. Lewis. Oh, Lewis contacted Max. Cheeky front wing. All eyes. Oh my gosh. Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, of course, all the way at the back. What are we doing here? Oh my God. I can't cope. All eyes on the Max Verstappen front wing, though. I hope he's not damaged. Blimey. Ollie Behrman, biggest winner. Up 3 places into 6. Go on then. Lap 1. Lando's done it, chat? Lando, how's he done that? Too much chaos behind him. And Lando finally has got his elbows out and consolidated for a P1. Come after hour. Come after Lando Norris, apparently. I've got to take all the seats. Do you know what I mean? Shut my mouth. Lando said to me, I will see you that and I'll raise you this. So currently, the top 3 are stasis. Lando Norris leads from Charles Leclerc, from Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen in 4th, up 1 position. Again, the stewards will look at that, won't they? Max Verstappen was quite crafty there, but I think they might look at that. He was run off. George Russell won't be happy. Verstappen cut the corner, brakes late and cut the grass. At least a position or give the position back, says George. He gave back all the other positions, but he was oh my gosh, here's Max Verstappen looking very racy on Sir Lewis. On them, their mediums. Lando Norris sets the pace on a 23.141. Max was going through it, Whatever happened to Marcuse's mutually assured destruction, risk aversion? Max is on one round here. Look at this. Where's Oscar Piastri? Lost 2 places. What's going on? Yuki Tsunoda doing a job for once. Holding off Oscar. This might be damage limitation for Max, I'll be honest with you already. I think, yeah. Corinne Chandler says, I think they'll let him off. He was ahead of George. Corinne Chandler's characterising the Max Verstappen manoeuvre perfectly. And he handed back the places, right? All apart from George. Techie. Very clever. Yellow flag circumstance. 3 laps in the book, or 2.5 laps in the books. 69 remaining. Oh, the humanity. That was techie. I'm surprised they all got through that, I'll be honest with you. Oof. Go on then. Your runners and riders with 69 left on the docket. Lando Norris consolidates for a pole position. 800 metres into turn 1. Put some respect on that chap's name. He can go to British Vogue and still race. Finally, what's going on? All of a sudden, he's got himself a McLaren car capable of delivering on his maiden Drivers' Championship voyage. Oh, the humanity. Pleased for Lando Norris fans all aboard. Let's get moving now, Max Verstappen. Lando Norris leads from Charles Leclerc, from Hamilton. Max Verstappen up 1 place into 4th. Russell, Behrman, Antonelli, Tsunoda-san, Oscar Piastri down 2 places already. Esteban Ocon sees out your points scoring top 10 positions. Max Verstappen is going to have a word. Max Verstappen is going to have a word with them there Ferraris, isn't he? Or fancy his chances against those Ferrari. I mean, it's ridiculous. The guy can just cut the grass and keep the position. No penalty, no nothing. Oh, George isn't happy at all, is he? George is campaigning for a Max Verstappen. I think he was quite clever there, though. I think he was quite clever. You've got a man. There's not enough. There's just. What are you going to do? What are you going to punish him for? No, I think they'll leave him. I think they'll realise as well that they're invested in a Max Verstappen challenge to keep the Papaya boys honest. Oscar Piastri on Tsunoda-san has a cheeky look, but nothing doing. That's more speculative than anything there from Oscar. I'm nervous. Chat 1300 of you watching could kindly do me a favour. Look, can you see? Did you see Oscar Piastri on the exit of that right-hander? You know they keep saying about low grip and his inability to manage the rears. Case in point. Bit sloppy from Oscar. He's a bit Carlos Sainz seniory. Oversteer Drift King setting Tsuchiya-san. Don't need that in an F1 car. That's rallying, not Formula 1. Oscar, and again, that ticks the box, almost confirms what Andreas Stella said, that he doesn't handle the rears as far as managing the rate at which they dig. Not in the same way that Lando does, at least. Oof. I'm nervous now, Z. Me too, mate. I am too nervous. Oscar P9 is wild. Dynamite, you're an absolute legend. Oh my gosh, and breathe, eh? Kaori, legendary settings. OJP, how to fumble a championship for now. Oh, there we go. Max Verstappen is right within DRS of Sir Lewis. Look at that. Karan Chandok on the call. Oh, and breathe. Yeah, Max will try and do something here in short order, won't he? On mediums, by the way, before George Russell starts to encroach. So go on then. Max needs to get something done on Lewis before George is in DRS. George wasn't even in the race. Quit whinging, says it's the face. George will always have a whinge in him. He wants to win. And I don't hate it for Ferrari held off Max. Bravo to them, to be fair. Charles Leclerc and the Lewis Hamilton squeeze, eh? Max is crazy, man. Did you see him on the grass? Flipping Nora. No quarter given. I thought Max was going to get... They're lucky that they didn't... Oh, Max Verstappen run out of room. He did get squeezed, to be fair to him. Yeah. I think Max kind of invited that. Lewis... He's got to turn in at some stage, not to defend modern day Sean and let Max Verstappen going wide again. He's tried a manoeuvre there, as Max. I think Lewis has seen him out. Max has got to defend. Lewis Hamilton outbreaks himself and then goes wide. Lewis goes wide. Oh my gosh! Forget the replays. Get out the way, Ollie Berman, move! Move, Ollie Berman! Fuck! No! It's messy from Max. What is he doing? Yeah, no, Max would have gone for it. I know, Sky's coverage is nonsense. Too busy looking at replays. Get moving, Max. It looks like he's got an issue. Look at the way he's dropping behind. I do not like the way Max is dropping behind. Oh, fudge. It's all kicking off and Sky aren't showing us anything. Hello, Ollie. Lando Norris has the whip hand. Max Verstappen still fifth. Drops down one place as Ollie Behrman steals Max's lunch money in the melee. The ensuing melee, which we don't see because Sky Sports are too busy talking about replays, of course. Copy. That's comprehensive coverage. Cheers, Sky Sports. Although they're not involved in the production, are they? Go on then. The problem for Max is that when Max... Okay, so Max at least has Antonelli behind him and not George. Gives him a bit of breathing room. This is going to get chaotic, chat. By the way, Lando and Norris 2.5 seconds. Oh, yeah, Max lunch. Oh my gosh, Lewis is like, I'll have some of that, mate. And then Max is off on the grass. He's Oh no, he's did he get that? Oh, Max has been a bit clumsy there, hasn't he? He's kind of run into Max. He's run into Lewis a little bit. Last of the late breakers competition. Lewis Hamilton maintains third, though. Surely Lewis has got to give something back there. I ate at any cost, eh? My name is Maximus Decidius Meridius, commander of the Felix Legions, general of the armies of the North, lord to the one true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered husband. Husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Max has new mileage on the grass, I know. No FIA. I think they'll note it. Oscar Piastri on Max. Oh, Oscar Piastri on Yuki. Oscar Piastri with his beloved switchback on Yuki. Cameron, it's like 2020 when all over. Lewis was like, you know what, mate, I don't care. Hamilton incident. But he didn't stay on the track, and I think Lewis has got to give back a place to somebody. He's got to give back a place to someone. Oh, no, Max behind Ollie Behrman, for fudge's sake. Max is not going to be loving that at all. George Russell, the biggest loser, by the way. Having lost 3 places, he'll be fuming in that helmet, will King George Russell of King's Lynn. Yuki, take him out. Yuki's doing a job. He's fighting for his penalty potentially coming from Lewis. I think he's got to give back something. He can't just carry on. Liam Lawson, DNF, bless him. Max, the new lawnmower man. He's got to be careful here. I think Lewis is going to get screwed. And Colt RH are going to lose their mind. Lewis Hamilton over the radio. What are they doing about people who took advantage in turn 1? Oof, referring, of course, to Max Verstappen. Lewis is indeed getting his elders out. Whilst all the while, as per EasyG, Lando Norris is down the road. 2.7 seconds. Oh, the humanity. It's all popping off, right? It's going off on the roof. Oscar Piastri doing his best. He's desperate to get past Yuki Tsunoda before his race is ruined. Max Verstappen currently not even in the DRS of Ollie Behrman. Oh, the humanity. Runners and riders. Lando Norris leads from Leclerc, from Sir Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton, Behrman, Verstappen, Antonelli, George Russell in 7th, Tsunoda-san in 8th, Oscar Piastri in 9th, and Esteban Ocon rounds out your point scoring positions. 10 laps in the books, 62 remaining. Oh, the humanity. Oscar Denis Tsunoda. I know Lewis going to get a penalty 100%. I don't know how much. I'm not sure whether I can. It's techie. Verstappen Hamilton incident. Turn 1. Oh my gosh. Turn 1. Collision. Double penalty for Sir Lewis. Antonelli having a cheeky look at Max. Max hasn't got any pace, eh? Has grit. No, he's steely, Darius. He's racing for his life. 61 laps to go, Jack. I'm telling you, what's going on with Max Neal all over the shop. But I don't think he's got the pace. Look at Antonelli all over him. Now, I know this is his favourite track around which to qualify. But in the race, he's got 5 race wins. It's a demon around Mexico is Max Verstappen. So what's going on? Is he conserving tyres, Richard, or does he just not have pace? RB21 is ruined by an incompetent engineer losing to. I know it's shameful, isn't it? But by the way, he's on mediums. So when we get to go on, then let's have a look at this. This is important. Remember, those bods are on the quickest tyres. So if he could hang on, when those tyres start to fall off around lap 24. So lap 26, the soft compound runners will need to pit. So anywhere up to lap 20, you'll see their tyres start to fall off. The medium runners will go to lap 45. Let's see. Yuki Tsunoda hanging on desperately. Oscar Piastri DRS wide things. Oscar Piastri goes up the inside. Yuki Tsunoda cedes. Fair play. My heart is beating so fast. It is chaos. Max on mediums. So we've got tyre offset, Sir John. Mad tyre offset. Lift and coast Max today. Lando will bottle it as they can you imagine. He hasn't bottled anything this race. I've got to shut my mouth here. Lando's made a mug of me hitherto. Go on then. Current Drivers' Championship standings. As it stands, 357 for Lando. He'll be leading after this if it stays as it is. Oh, the humanity. Piastri got to go grind. He's got to get his. Oof. Lando Norris expected to open the gap, but Charles Leclerc hanging on to him. Can someone explain the Behrman situation? How? He got a really good start, did the Ollie Behrman. So he was in and around. And when it started to get chaotic between Lewis and Max, Antonelli, George et al., Ollie Behrman was there to mop it up because he kept it on the black stuff. Holy ish, that McLaren smoking Tsunoda. I know already. Look at that. Down the road. Lyco for Max does not bode well. Has he been told to Lyco? Surely not. Not already. Not already. 1,300 of you watching can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Lando's career. Lando is another horse on Sonoda, son. Look at that. Esteban Ocon trying to do what Oscar Piastri's just done. Piastri, Russell, stop it, mayhem all round. Ferrari Lyco already. Bloody Norris, surely not. Nah, Crinchanduk makes the point. Soft compound tyre seems like the tyre at the moment. Right tyre, right time. That medium selection by Red Bull. I mean, the latest in a long line, a litany of poor strategic choices from Red Bull. Sabotage, Oscar. Oh, you knew Haas were capable. I don't think they are capable. Lewis has got no penalty. I think when they leave it this long, I don't think they'll give a penalty, you know. Umarch Max has got no pace. What a shame this is. Come on, Max. Let's get it. Let's dial it. Let's lock in, Max. If Max can hold on to this, though, when he's on the softs, there is an opportunity for some overtaking, right? He'll have a tyre offset on the final stint. Bloody Nora. Imagine that Max can't even hold on to the DRS of Ollie Behrman. 13 seconds adrift of Lando. You heard Max Verstappen say that he didn't have any pace, and this is bearing out as such. Max sliding all over the place. Second track limits. Oh my gosh, Safak. It's not good, is it? It's not looking good. The DRS makes you a sitting duck. Track isn't rubbing in enough yet. Ocon over the radio. Dangerous defence, says Esteban on Sonoda, and they'll just penalise Lewis for the next race, as they usually do. Cook 81, Cook, let's go. Got an Oscar Piastri bearing down now on George Russell. I think that's it for Oscar, if I'm honest. If I'm being very sceptical, I don't think Oscar's gonna make any more progress with King George Russell in front of him. Thou shalt not penalise Ferrari. But thou shalt definitely penalise Lewis Hamilton. But they're not doing it, are they? Find it hard to believe Oscar's performance drops down to 8th, where he now loses the WDC Actus Reus. Let's go, TWR. Potentially. Hard to say for sure, mate. But per Sagan standard, extraordinary claims require to substantiate them. Extraordinary evidence. Sagan standards. Only listen to World Champs and Cameron. Everybody else is a charlatan. Let's go, Genex Fever. Hopefully one day when I grow up, sir, I will be worthy of such praise. 122 purple from Lando Norris. 5 seconds down the road now from Charles Leclerc. Your runners and riders shortly thereafter. So Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. 10 seconds down the road for Lando. Behrman, Verstappen. Behrman breaking the DRS of Max Verstappen. It is soft compound tyre settings, isn't it? That is the Apex Predator tyre over the succeeding next 10 laps until the softs start to wear. Antonelli, Russell, Piastri, Tsunoda-san. Okay, what's interesting, chat, is whether the likes of the soft compound runners up front, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton et al., decide that they're not going to put on mediums and just go hards. But the hards is such a dodgy tyre. Such a dodgy tyre. For the avoidance of that, your wind coming in currently from the northwest to the tune of 5 kilometres per hour. Your track and your ambient temperatures respectively, 51.4 and 26.6 degrees Celsius. The Mexican GP so trash, Cameron. Why is this track even on the calendar when there are so many other good ones? Dynamite. I hear you, Dynamite, but you've got to, especially now with F1 and the relationship with Apple, there needs to be ample. There needs to be ample North American coverage, right? Need to build a growth market. In order to do that, you need. Oh my gosh, look at this. Lewis Hamilton, all the investigations at Lewis, of course. Verstappen lock up flat tyres. No, Max is struggling. Sky Sports mentioned that Max had a flat spot from one of the Going on the Grass episode. Bloody Nora. He's struggling, isn't he? He's got to... Why all the investigate? Why always Lewis, eh? Max doesn't want to burn his tyres in Ollie's DRS. Could be maybe much, but I just don't think he has. I don't think he has speed. I'm happy with this as long as Max gains in the lead. Ollie Behrman encouraged by a good job. He's doing a good job, is the truth. Fudge. Lewis oh no, it's the second one. Lewis giving a 10-second. Ollie Behrman then on the podium, eh? Potentially as things stand. Hey, look at that. So go on then. As things stand, Lando Norris leads from, look at that. Oh, that's the Colt RH are going to be fuming. But he did just leave the track. He did. I don't know, 10 second is chaos though, right? Why not 5? Why not 5? Max needs 1, 2. He pushed George off the track, says Fisher. Yeah, he's fudged. Yeah, I don't know why. See, Max, as soon as Max did his turn 1 thing, eased off and allowed everyone else to come back and correct for their positions apart from King George, which is a bit cheeky. Max needs a penalty. That is BS, man. It feels like BS, Safak, a little bit. 10 seconds. Okay, let's have a look. Doesn't he file back in? Oh, because, okay. So Lewis didn't file back in. Problem, if Lewis files back in, he loses position to Behrman? I don't know. Crofty says that left and didn't do the runoff area thing. 1989. Ayrton Senna settings. Verstappen 3 as usual. Go on then, let's ask the question. Max needs 1, 2. Oh, the humanity. TMM. 1400 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Turn 1 leader. 34% of you had it right. Look at that. That Lando would nail it. Go on then. You know my answer to this question already. Under the aegis of Max Verstappen keeping the McLaren drivers honest between now and race 24, the next 4 excluding Mexico, Hamilton sabotage. He's got 10 seconds for both. No, I think he got 10 seconds for the second incident because he needed to give back a place at least. But he couldn't give back a place because, but I suppose he's got to ease off at least. He can't just hold that advantage from running out. You got to be a bit crafty with it. And your new championship leader, easy to imagine. Odds on favourite, eh? As we go into Oscar Piastri's least favourite tracks. FYI, pit stops for soft compound guys said to be lap 24. Go on then, Oscar on George. Don't hate this. Oscar's going to need to leverage all of his forensic, clinical car pace. But look at Oscar Piastri. It's snap of oversteer on the exit. Again, underlining what Andrea Stella told us, right? Low grip tracks, not Oscar's favourite. That's a Williams that comes in the pits of Carlos Sainz Jr. Well, 5.1. I was about to say decent pit stop. 5.1 is not decent. Can't believe this. Finally, when he could get a podium. I know, savage. I know. Oh, fudge. He was right there and then gets 10 seconds. Not 5, 10 seconds. Just to put it beyond reasonable doubt, eh? Lando's pretty, yeah, he's nailing it. Where's the medium tyre graph? The medium tyre, Sir John, will go until lap 45. Softs will be looking to pit anywhere around lap 26. For mediums, lap 45. Remember, it's a 71 lap race. 23 to 29, they say, for soft compound tyres. Optimum, though, 26. Drive-through penalty for Lewis. Bloody door. What's going on here? This is a joke. Don't scam whoever gave me a mod. I gave you the mod, mate. You're a legend. I don't know I deserve it. Damn, on feet. You're a legend, Dynamite. Do you know what I mean? %63% of you say Max Verstappen does not deserve a penalty. Without a hint, I mean, on this channel, truth value. Oh, for crying out loud, producer. Stay on George. Stay on Oscar. What are we doing? Looking at Carlos Sainz. They don't know F1, do they, these producers? They're all over the shop. I'd rather see Wags than Carlos Sainz running off the track. As Oscar Piastri is about to have a cheeky nibble at George. What do you think? Yeah, clean air is king. Lando's gone, isn't he? Oscar enjoys cooked tyres. I don't think he does, see? I don't think he does. He enjoys cooking tyres, see? I agree with you. Sainz went off on his own. Track is hard. Active suspension, Norris. What are we doing, Cal? Yeah, he's got the geometry that he so needs. Doesn't need to extract the best out of the car. Lando's odds-on favourite for the championship. They're investigating turn one incident between Max and Lewis. Oh, the humanity. 62% of you thinking Max deserves to get away scotch-free. I'm a Max fan and I like Oscar. I really dislike Lando and always have. A lot of people dislike Lando, particularly part-time casuals. But I mean, one would need to put some respect on his name, given his performance over the course of the race weekend. Thus far, he's not been bad. Execution settings. The two big things for Lando are this: mistakes in qualifying, not making sure that he gets his perfect lap in at the perfect time in Q3. He's nailed both of those. The second one, no, you're a legend, Dynamite. I appreciate you, mate. I have no words. Behave yourself, Dynamite. You deserve that. Dynam Light. Dynam Little. I can't read that. I'm just going to go Dynamite. I apologise. Another penalty coming for Conman Hamilton. Bloody no, a hot whiskey. I hope not. They've already given him 10 seconds. I think that's... I dislike Lando's face. Lewis can gap Behrman 10 seconds, then hammer time. I don't know. Turn 1 race incident. Lap 1, turn 1 tax. No. Hit the like. Do me a favour, smash the like if you like the stream. 1,400 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour, smash the like. 21 laps in the books. 50 still remaining. Cam, is this Lewis sabotage? They will say it is. They will say it is. I think with the second instant, Lewis deserves something. Maybe a 5-second penalty. 10 seconds fee's a little bit harsh. Has a 10-second penalty, and I think I'm watching this a minute or two before you. So, Sebastian, you're a legend. I am a little bit behind. Oscar on George, well within the DRS. Conman Ham. Max Verstappen noted. Get for leaving the track and get. This is going to be techie. Max Verstappen incident, turn 3, leaving the track, gaining an advantage, noted. Okay. So what's going on here then? 10 seconds, simply lovely. Oh! Carlos Sainz, son. Franco, don't know that. 5 seconds incoming, Crypto. You know what the joke is? If I'm a betting man, 65% of you say that Lando did it. Max doesn't deserve anything. Oh no, Lewis told that he's got a 10-second penalty. This will be... That's such bull feathers, man, says Lewis. The grip there is so low. Lewis is not... But he can't... Yeah, he did gain an advantage. He's got to ease off the throttle. I think this is the problem with Lewis. Again, I don't think Lewis deserved 10-second penalty, to be honest. A penalty maybe, but not a 10-second one. I think that's too harsh. The problem is for Lewis, he doesn't feather the throttle. He's got to allow the gap to kind of converge and make it... When there's a yellow flag in karting, you do one of these, right? You wave your hands and there's a way to finesse the stewards. And I think Max has finessed, and Max might still get a 5-second penalty. No further investigation for Max. Oh, the humanity. The problem is the difference between Max and Lewis is that Max finessed the race director in turn 1. because he goes wide and then he eases off to say, mea culpa, I apologise. Like he gives back all the places apart from George. Ball feathers, says Coyote. I know, it feels mad. 10 seconds feels a bit harsh, to be fair. Lando's going nuts right now. He's off down the road, isn't he? 10.3 seconds. So go on then. Max Verstappen, 24 seconds behind. So this is your runners and riders, inclusive of Sir Lewis Hamilton's rather unjust 10-second penalty. Norris is leading both the race and the championship. From Charles Leclerc in the race, from Ollie Behrman now. Lewis drops down to 8th behind Piastri. Oh, the humanity. That's ball feathers, Cam. Yeah, I don't think that. Listen, if you're gonna get Lewis has got to finesse though, right? Ultimately, 10 seconds is unfair, but bloody Nora, I can hear Mama Cameron in my head, just like, no, the FIA are stupid. What are they doing? Lewis Hamilton comes in the pits already. Lap 24. Again, pit stop window for soft compound runners anticipated to be anywhere between 24 and 29. Lewis shouldn't get a penalty. Here's what Lewis has got the pen for, chat. Not easy. He should have eased off a little bit again. He knows that the stewards always want to throw the book at him. So when there's yellow flags, wave your hand, let them know, right? Just ease off a little bit. How do I buy a year of subs, Cam? You're a legend, Dynamite. In the chat, at the top of the chat, Dynamite, there's a cheeky button to how to join. Oh no. No, pit stop. He's taking his 10 seconds. Why is something wrong with the car? No, Darius is taking his 10 seconds. Shoot. Yeah, that doesn't feel great, chat. I'll be honest with you about that Lewis thing. I wish Lewis had just finessed them though, because he knows they'll always throw the book at him. Nice is almost free. Oh my gosh. 21 seconds for a pit stop. Staying out, Max. Stop. GP lets it go. No. Are we a one stop or a two stopper? GP has himself a Scuderia Ferrari moment. We are checking. Turn off the mic, GP. That's really bad. Doesn't feel right. Max, go on. So we need to get a Lewis vote on. Does Lewis deserve a penalty? Ollie Behrman in the pits, with a view to avoid the undercut from Kimi Antonelli and George. Let's see where Mr. Behrman. Yeah, he pops out ahead of Kimi Antonelli. Don't hate that. But within the DRS is Kimi Antonelli. Hamilton making threats before the race tells us where his head is at. He's rubbed tyres with Charles and Max. I think Lewis Hamilton thought, if Max do, I can cut the grass too. But what Max did TWM that was different, and maybe he should have got a penalty still, right? I don't know. But Lewis has got to ease, but you can't just can't just full throttle down the runoff and then keep all of the advantage that you've gained. Even if you don't cede position, you've got to allow the gap to close up to what it was before you went down the, because otherwise everybody will just cut the corner every time, right? Come on, 7-time champion, such a basic mistake. Yeah, and I think it's basics from Lewis. And I might have still given him a penalty anyway, but he's got to kind of, Lewis should, like Max did, saw Max go off turn one, and then he's got this big massive gap and he allows it to close up with a view to say, mea culpa now. Should Max have given the position back to George? Per George's POV, 100%. But what about the Red Bull upgrades? How do you like them now? Not very good, Joe Bar. Not very good at all. Up, up. Piastri. Oh. Biggest loser. Oscar Piastri. Still behind George. Oh, this is techie. Lewis Hamilton 20 send. Bearing. Oh, the humanity, brother. 2-tier stewards, says Andy. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton fans. It doesn't feel right for me, to be fair, that Lewis got a 10-second. Get him all the way down in 14th. Just as he's about to get a podium, yeah. No bueno from the stewards. Lewis has cut the corners at this track many times before. It's not his first rodeo, right? But at least then he kind of make the decision hard for the stewards, especially if you name Sir Lewis Hamilton and you know that they've got previous of you. Don't be at the scene of the crime, because you know what I mean. Never leave it in the hands of the judges. 22 seconds for a pit stop, so Lando's cleared. Oh yeah, cleared Max, but not Charles. You're a legend, Joe. Appreciate you, mate. $1,300 of you watching concurrently. Smash the like, if of course you like the stream. Max had control even when Lewis passed him off track. Plus he was well clear of it. No bike. I think the difference is that Max did one of these when there was a yellow flag, euphemistically speaking. He eased off to allow those bods to catch him up, right? He allowed the Ferraris past. He allowed George to catch him up. George is a scumbag, says Hans. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Antonelli's 1.1 seconds faster than Max, because Max is on bloody mediums now, isn't he? So go on, Max needs to stay out. I'll tell you what Max could do with. How often did we say there was a cheeky safety car around here? 79% of the time. That's what Max could do with to get himself a discounted pit stop. Norris is killing it. Look at this. Dominant from Lando. Consistently so. 22.7. Although last tour on them mediums. Oof. Ollie Behrman on Sonoda-san. Don't hate it. Sonoda-san making his case to be the next Ferrari driver. Look at that. Max is cooling down his tyres with Lyco because he has to change to the one stop now that he's up to third. Does he have to change to the... Yeah, it makes sense because he's got track position advantage, right? Down the road. Let's see who was behind him. 21 seconds down the road from Max. 48 seconds adrift. Oh, he's going to slot in behind them. Look at that. That's not good. Let's have a look at this, chat. $22 seconds. Look at this. Pause it on your screen if you need. 22 seconds versus 12 seconds. Max, for the sake of the championship in the neutrals, Dynamite, you're a legend. I appreciate you. 42.30. If you are a neutral and you're invested in a cheeky Max Verstappen challenge for the championship, then at this juncture, what you need is a safety car. That's what it needs to be. 22 seconds down the road from Max. 49 seconds adrift. Oh my gosh, he's gonna slot him behind Bortoletto at this stage. What's going on? No, he's got to wait, hasn't he? He's got to wait to some of these. He's got to be careful here. The undercut's going to do him over if he's not careful. Look at the rate at which Piastri's lapping. Piastri last time round is almost a second quicker than Verstappen. So he's at risk of the undercut here, is Max. Remember, if he does a 22-second pit stop, he's going to come out behind Oscar Piastri at this stage and going to have to start making some overtaking manoeuvres. They're praying, aren't they, Red Bull? They're hoping for a cheeky safety car now. But don't wait too long. 36 laps is when they'll have to come in anyway. but he's going to come out behind everyone. Max Verstappen at this rate. 22 seconds. Doing some cheeky maths. 250. So Matt's currently, if Matt's pitted now, okay, so he'd come out behind all of them. He'd come out behind Lewis. He's had a 10-second. So strong is the undercut. Lewis, he's had a 10-second penalty for lap 42 to 48 for medium pit stop window. It's got another 10 laps to go. This is weird. I don't understand this strategy from Red Bull, you know. It doesn't even make sense. Max is going to have to do some overtaking on track here. 22. No likey. Oh, shoot, sorry. What am I doing here, chat? You guys can't see. I apologise, chat. I'm spending too long looking at this 22 seconds. He's going to come out behind Isaac Hadjar at this rate. What is going on? I think this is the wrong strategy from Red Bull. They're going to cost Max Verstappen some... Unless they get a cheeky safety car, Max Verstappen is going to have to turn into bloody 2016 Brazil Max Verstappen and overtake about 10 cars in the final couple of races. Buddha boy, you're a legend. Sonoda 100, it's got to be... Mr. Paisley, that's the only way. I love some North American carnage from Stulovic. Something's got to happen for Max. If they were to pit him now, 22-second pit stop, Max would come out behind Isaac Hadjar. Lewis Hamilton, this is how powerful the undercut is around here. Lewis Hamilton pitted and stopped for 10 seconds. Now, I mean, look at Charles. Charles just pitted, right? 2 seconds. Charles going to come out. Okay, Charles will come out just ahead of Tsunoda-san if they're not careful. Only just ahead of Tsunoda. All right, chill out, Bernie. Stop listening. Thanks for listening to the podcast, Bernie. Do you know what I mean? The stream. Just saying what this. Max is leading the second lap. This is chaos, chat. They need a safety car. They need a safety car now. If it takes too much longer, it's done. Got plenty of time in hand. Everyone's looking to one-stop visual. Everybody's looking to one-stop. This is the problem with these Pirelli tyres, right? They're too forgiving. They never fall off the clip. Red Bull is messing up here. Costing Max Verstappen big time. Should just put the softs on. Consolidation settings. 32 laps on red for Lando. And still low 120 exactly. 32 laps on them soft compound tyres. All right, so what Max needs to do, he needs to look at Lando and use him as a bellwether and or benchmark with a view to assess how many laps he can do on those soft compound tyres. But remember, Lando's just been sitting around, he's a tyre whisperer, and he's been sitting around in clean air as near as makes no difference. 32 laps. Ollie Behrman punching the air. So Charles Edward, you're an absolute legend. 10 seconds for Hamilton is ridiculous. I agree, mate. He definitely decided not to take the run off, but come on. He dealt with Arjibaji in a corner cut and Charles Leclerc corner cut and Charles corner cut and no one else gets anything penalised. Hamilton fine, but everybody else gets off scotch-free. Behave yourself, FI. I don't disagree with you, Sir Charles. You're a legend, mate, as always, and far too kind. Like the stream, lads and ladettes. To Charles's point, I just think if I'm going to criticise Lewis, which is I'm speaking out of turn, because again, the onus is on the FI to make the right decision. There should be rules, and there should be rules, and they should institute them consistently across all drivers. That's an irrefutable fact. But if Lewis just eases off ever so slightly, all he do, listen, I'd probably still throw the book at Lewis because that's what they like to do. But if he just eases off rather than he absorbs all 100% of the advantage gained by running down off the run, by going down the runoff area. And that's Sir Charles Edward Cheese, a legendary settings, mate. I appreciate you, by the way, Sir Charles, everything that you're doing for the channel. I just think this isn't me blaming Lewis. I'm not victim shaming here. And Lewis is the victim in this regulatory governance equation. But I just think if Lewis eases off some, then he kind of gives the stewards and the race director more of a decision to make. That's all that I'll say. Like Max did. Max eased off sufficiently. Again, he maintains position over George, doesn't he? Max, which is cheeky because he's eased off. If he just carried on, then it's like, well, slam dunk penalty. Different circumstances. Similar, but not the same. They are waiting for the safety car. They've got to wait for the safety car now. Have Red Bull. They've got no other choice. In for a penny. In for a pound. What else are they going to do? These bods. Your runners and riders, by the way. Here we go. Lando Norris in the pits. 29 seconds. So 22 seconds. He stands to come still out in front of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. I mean, Yuki, if there were a time to, like, do you know what I mean? Go over and above. Not that we encourage or condone cheating. It's decent. 3 seconds, 2.6. Well done, McLaren, for once. You're a legend, mate, and I appreciate you, sir, massively. 1 cent less than a $1 per second penalty is chaos. No, I do feel bad. They've interjected unnecessarily. Have the FIA in the Lewis Hamilton circumstance, and for that he will feel aggrieved. George says, I've got more pace here. Get Antonelli out of the way. Huh. Liam Midson, DNF settings. Pit stop gods, no. It was a bit slow. Cheeky overtake. Lewis Hamilton on Tsunoda. What's your excuse for Lewis Hamilton cutting corners at Singapore? Wasn't he? Didn't he not have brakes? I don't appreciate your tone, Mick8473. Yeah, I don't appreciate it, sir. As if I'm some form of Lewis Hamilton apologist. I was once upon a time. What's going on here? I was once upon a time, but and I've still got a lot of love and time for Lewis. Don't get it twisted. But bloody well, don't do the whataboutery, Mick. No, what are we doing here? Alonso getting retired. It's a funny old race, this. I feel like it's got potential to pick up towards the end, the die numbers. 2,000 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. If you want to become an elated peddler, then you know what to do. Bottom left of your screen, click the join. Access to the Discord. Priority in the chat each and every single time. It's a BS rule on its own altogether. They need to institute the rules in a way that's true and fair. Too bad for Lewis. What are these odds looking like? See, on Lando or Max. If Max gets a safety car, it's game on. They're positioned perfectly. I tell you what, over the next, remember, lap 42 is set to be pit stop time for Max. If between now and Max, all Max Verstappen fans need to pray for a safety car. If he gets a safety car now, the race win is on. If he doesn't, then it's chaos. Oh, the humanity. They've gone 10 toes down. There's something to be said for Red Bull playing a joker. They've done one of these at the bloody poker table. They've gone all in on a safety car. Lest we forget, Cam is very fair when he made. I try to be Macon. Truth, value, objectivity. We will sacrifice neither one of the aforementioned at the altar of any cognitive dissonance worthy of the moniker. Let's go, Lance. Send it. So go on then. Max Verstappen fans, pray to the racing gods for a safety car over the course of the next 6 laps. Otherwise, Houston, we have a problem. A big fudging problem. Lest we forget, 22 seconds is the pit stop time. B29, you're a legend. Lewis got a pen because that turn has a specific runoff path that they must use to return to the track. Thus, all of the grass cutting was more acceptable. It's a good shout as well, B29. But I think even if he does what he does, but eases off and allows those bods to catch up to just say, mea culpa, I've not gained an advantage. Do you see what I've done here, stewards? But Lewis just buried his foot in the... As soon as he got back onto the black stuff, he just onto the island, he just buried his foot in the throttle. 38 laps left in the docket. 38 laps in the books. 34 left on the docket. This is going to get techie. Go on then, let me work out. 22... Oh, Max Verstappen is in the pits. No. 22-12. Oh, no. 22-24, 36. So he's looking to come out behind. He'll be lucky to come out ahead of Sainz. 8-8. Oh, he's got to do some overtaking manoeuvres now. You got to love Red Bull, man. No Fuchs given. Safety car or virtual. I know, and it looks like it's bust at the moment, Sir Charles. Always too kind as always. Max Verstappen comes out behind Sir Lewis Hamilton. Oh, the humanity. I've got a McLaren at my ass. Want me to let him past? No, thank you. Oh my gosh, George Russell is fuming. Leveraging the cheeky Lewis Hamilton message. You want me to let Carlos Sainz past as well? Earlier this year. So Matt Pitson comes out in 8th. Soft compound tyres. Oh, the humanity. He needs to hope that somebody's tyres start to fall off, doesn't he? Oh, Max Verstappen has got to make some moves. Here's hoping that those soft compound tyres fire up. He needed himself a safety car, didn't he? He needed himself a safety car and he didn't get it. Oh, the humanity. Kaori, chaos. Chaos this. Manifest destiny. Max Verstappen goes soon to be 5-time champion. Some say. George being like, I've got much more pace here, guys. Matt's on softs, goddamn. What the fudge is wrong with you lot? My super clearly says he decided not to take the runoff area, aka strip of the grey stuff. He decided not to take back on the track. Charles, I think you're right, Charles. I think we're seeing from the same hymn sheet. I think 10 seconds is unjust. He didn't deserve 10 seconds for what he did. Maybe a cheeky 5 seconds. I think you can make that point. As Lando knows, goes a 120.864. George Russell's getting, he's losing his mind there. I think, Charles, you're right. I think it was an unfair penalty, but I think my principal point of contention, if I am going to be overly critical of Lewis, is that he's got to, I mean, they're going to throw the book at Lewis anyway, aren't they? If past this prologue, the stewards like to penalise Lewis Hamilton, and he's got to be aware of that. So he's got to kind of, Gio is often crying, but he's also right a lot. I mean, give him the place, right, Charles? Let him go, invert position, and he said, if you can't get Bearman, then I'll give it back. Lewis and Bottas setting so many moons ago, 30 laps to pass drivers on mediums. Oh, the humanity, Tyler. Come on, Oscar. Oscar in 6th. Bloody Nora. If these lot are one stopping, if these medium tyres don't fall off towards the end of the race. Max Verstappen currently lapping 35 seconds adrift of Lando Norris. You're crying, yes, he's right most of the time. Love me some cheek of posh King George Russell of Kings Lynn, Norfolk. Almost TK watching, not even 500 likes. Behave yourself, Sevs Joe. Suffice to say, if you like the stream, then do me a favour and like the stream. Lewis should just disqualify. Why Orange? George Russell in a board meeting all day long. Not you cameras responded to the fellow chatters. You're a legend, Charles. I appreciate you. I get it. I think we're seeing from the same in sheet, Charles. I think it was it's the extent and not kind as far as the penalty. 10 seconds. What for? Feels a bit harsh. But I feel like Lewis has got to manage that relationship with the stewards a little bit better, though. If it's a yellow flag, like you do in karting, everybody keeps their foot buried in the throttle in karting when there's a yellow flag. double well. If as soon as I see a yellow, that's an opportunity to catch the person in front. But rest assured, when my foot is buried in the throttle, I'm doing one of these so the bloody marshals can see that I see that their yellow flag ing the race. You gotta manage that. George Russell said research. Watch for George. George will respond, yeah, that's because I'm behind Kimmy. Let's go. Ha! Understood, George. George is like, listen, you want to look after your rears, mate. George says, I've got a car in my ASS. It's much faster than we are. I'm in a dirty area of my teammate. You could invert the positions and we could be on for a podium. What do you want me to do? Antonelli told to swap positions. There you go. George has done it. Russell, okay, a bit much. Oh, Antonelli's flipping dropped the ball there. No, he's letting free. Bang. Don't hate that. And I don't hate that. George is like, George, stop crying. It's a racing driver. Well done, Cameron. Lando to be what? Imagine red. After all of the Lando Norris slander on here, he's a start bottle job. I said that he doesn't have the personality nor the mental fortitude. Now all of a sudden he's his favourite, a big favourite to win the championship. Imagine as things stand. I mean, he's going to be in the lead of the drivers, by a while, by far. Oh, the humanity, Easy G. I mean, sometimes you got to eat some humble pie, right? Sometimes one must. Catching up with Windsor same time tomorrow, by the way. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. I mean, if you're good, if you've been good and if you're going well, then I've got to say, Mark effed up George. What's the Mercedes papaya rules? There is none that don't exist. George will have a fudging heart attack, and me too. Ronnie Pickering. Oh my gosh, Joe. Russell always whining about how slow the one in front of him is, but never overtakes on merit. Safak, Max will meet Lewis again. So go on then. 3 seconds or 4 seconds as near as makes no difference is the delta between Lewis in 7th and Max Verstappen in 8th. Max has got to take some places here. He's got to take some. He can't afford to lose anymore. I think if Max gets Oscar, then it's not the end of the world. No harm, no foul. Because Oscar still holds the lead, for now at least, as at the time of writing, still holds the lead in the championship. London knows on the radio. Are they two stopping? That McLaren chat sounds like these lot are going to stop again. 27. Okay. Hang on. Oh, the humanity. Is Lando looking to stop again? That brings Max Verstappen right in this, eh? How old are Max Verstappen's tyres? Max Verstappen's tyres are 8 laps old. Remember, Lando did 32 laps, eh? 8 laps. 36 laps on those. GP asking the strategist Hannah Schmitz, are we on for a 2-stop or a 3-stop? A 2-stop or a 1-stop, excuse me? Oh, the humanity. Oscar pitting again. Oh, the humanity, for real, for real. Max won't pit again. That you can hear the sabotage talk already, right? If they pit Oscar again. Flip. Ignore Charles, you're a legend. If Behrman, excuse me this spelling, were to pull off this podium, would he now be considered Rookie of the Year over Hadjar? He's beating the far superior team. True, Charles. In my humble opinion, I'm still holding Hadjar. Hadjar's been more consistent. He's been a fire-breathing dragon as near as makes a difference all season long. However, the pick to click in that, Charles, is this could potentially be the rookie performance of the year. If you're, I think this could be. If Behrman podiums. Oh, I think they've got to keep Oscar out. Max is in 8th. Cameron, calm down. Let's have a chat at the end of the race, Neil. I think there's a lot of racing still to be done. I don't know. Mexico's a great anomaly, 100%. Why have they got this Metrica? Take that Metrica away. Pit Oscar and do a 10-second. Oh gosh, because they normally drop the ball if Piastri's prologue on a second stop, don't they? Maddie can't pass a rookie. Piastri maybe, just to make sure Lando will be well. Oh my gosh. This is madness. This is insanity. 2,500 if you're watching concurrently. To whom I am grateful ad infinitum. Let me make this clear. You guys are legends, one and all. This channel drives and survives by dint of you guys. Charles, you're an absolute legend as always. Can you all get us to 1,000 likes, please? Pretty please. Let's go. Drake. Let's go, Charles. They not like us. Do you know what I mean? Mad for what? Yeah, let's get to 1,000 likes if we could. That would, I mean, we'll get there. 2,600, bloody Nora, record-setting figures over here. We're going. We are. 26 laps left in the docket. 46 in the books. Albon says, ask the other car. Everybody losing their mind. Charles, again, grateful ad infinitum, sir. Like, properly, you're a legend. You're a legend. I appreciate you, man. Absolute legend, Charles. Different caliber. Purple set to each and every single time. You heard the man, says TWM. Smahoosh, the like. I'm interested. I think they'll go through to the end now. I think they can make it with a bit of management. Such is the tyre fantasy presented to us by Pirelli at the moment. Go on then, George. Let's see what you've got, chap. Still sat there within the DRS of, just outside of the DRS of Antonelli. But Ollie currently two seconds adrift. Go on, let's all eyes on the gap, the delta that Ollie Bearman. That Bearman has over George Russell for the final step on the podium. Lando Norris is just, yeah, this is chaos. That is chaos. Lando dominant, so. Outshot put some respect on his name, do you know what I mean? When he's in this mood, even your boy Cameron needs to show. I can't leverage any dusting from Stranger Things. Lando Norris moniker has to be retired for this race. All heads must bow, all tongues must confess. Lando Norris has been the good est around Mexico. F-boy, you're a legend. Max is going to overtake. Go on then, all eyes on Max. Max is well within in the DRS of Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton won't be very amenable. Problem is for Lewis, I think he's very clean. Do you know what I mean? He's always been very subservient. Let's see if it. And again, Cameron, I'm in the US and I listen to you more than I listen to my wife. Let's go, James. Keep it the good work. I appreciate you, mate. James, one day when I grow up, mate, I will be worthy of such high praise. I promise. I promise you. Piastri over the radar. Box to overtake Antonelli. Huh. Box to overtake Antonelli. What is going on here, chat? I can't compute it. Are they dummied? Box opposite, for Oscar. Charles, you're a legend, sir. Oh, Oscar, chaos. Charles, you're a legend, chap. I swear for God, if Hamilton doesn't punt this Max Verstappen off the track, I'll be more than heartbroken than I already am. Well, he's got this asymmetric risk, isn't it, Charles? He's got the opportunity to pay back Max. I don't think he will, though. I think Anthony's, by dint of his father, Lewis Hamilton, look at that. There we go. Already, chat. And then Lewis up into 5th. Max up into 5th, excuse me. Lewis will never do that. I just don't think he has that in his butt. He's not that type of driver. Excuse me. He can't be that type of driver, almost to a fault, when you're racing a fire-driven Max Verstappen, right? Do you know what I mean? There are no lengths to which Max will not go to win a race or a championship, and it's almost like you're playing a different game. I mean, Lewis could have. If the roles were reversed, you don't think Max would have done a cheeky Barcelona and punted into the side of Lewis as he did George? Probably. But Lewis is... no, Lewis won't do it. Kimi Antonelli and Oscar. Oof. Antonelli boxes to cover us. Oscar. It's... Get away from Ferrari. I want to see who's made it between Oscar and Antonelli. Oscar, well done, McLaren. Holy smoke. That's chaos. That is chaos. I feel your pain. But he didn't do it in 21. He won't do it today. Yeah, Lewis is too clean for that, Charles. That's his Magna Carta. That's the DNA of Sir Lewis. Is just like inherently clean, almost to a fault. Max Verstappen now up into third. 35 seconds adrift of Lando Norris, but critically, chat, has himself track position. And Max Verstappen, with T-minus 23 laps left on the docket, is in third position, ahead critically of Piastri, ahead of Lewis, ahead of Antonelli. This is chaotic, chat. That is chaos. So Lando Norris and Max Verstappen set to gap Oscar Piastri in the championship. If Max Verstappen sits here for the rest of this race, it's going to be chaos. But the problem is, chat, I don't think it's easy to overtake around here. 2,200 meters elevation, aerodynamic efficiency gone out the window. George Russell in the pits. Let's see where he comes out. Decent pit stop, 3.2 seconds. Oh, Umanch. It's getting techie around here, eh? 35 seconds adrift. Third, 25, 18, 15. Charles Eden, oh my day. It's chaos. Oh my days indeed, Charles. It's properly chaos, this. George under pressure from the Haas. Oh my gosh. Charles, help, mate. I'm losing my mind here. This is getting to get techie. Over the course of the next 22 laps, imagine Max makes podium alongside Charles and Lando. Oh, the humanity. Lewis needs to shunt him off the road all times. Max has aggressively caused crashes on purpose. Good, he's not that guy. Oh, Piastri on Esteban. Esteban just gives it up. Fair play, Oscar. Now there's an Oscar Piastri. For the longest time this race weekend, I've been saying, who is that driver in car number 81 and what has he done to Oscar Piastri? Bloody Nora, look at that overtake on Antonelli by Antonelli on Ocon. I didn't hate that from Antonelli. He's fuming, isn't he? He's driving angry, Antonelli. He's feeling like Mercedes have cut off his cojones. No bueno. Not good at all. Strategy is wild away. Can we see Behrman podium? He's going to have to overtake Max, isn't he? He's going to have to overtake Max. 15 seconds. Crofty asking the exam question. Why did they pit Harley Behrman a second time? Just leave him out, right? Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton on Ocon. Don't hate it. Bernie Collins lays down the challenge to Max Verstappen and says there are only so many laps that those soft compound tyres can lap. But I disagree, Bernie. Let me check my maths here. This is really important here. Lewis Hamilton did 34 laps on them there softs. Max Verstappen has done 16, 34, 37. I think Max is going to go. He's going to go for it, isn't he? Max will try and do 37 laps on them softs. Let me see this. 16 laps. 37 laps on the softs. Okay, so the most that people have done on softs this race, 34 laps from Lando Norris in clean air, I'll have you know. I think Max will need to do an extra 3 laps without pitting here. This is techie chat. Can Max get through to the end? 37 lap old soft compound tyres, pushing it to the edge, pushing it massively. 2,500 of you watching can currently do me a favour and smash The light. Did Lewis deserve a 10-second penalty? 61% of you say no chance. This is techie. Go on then. Next poll incoming. That's it. Go on, here it is, chat. This is where it gets techie. What does it say on the side? Bloody no, I'm nervous. I am nervous. So Pirelli recommend that the soft compound tyres go 29 laps. Lando's already made them last 34. Can Max see Lando Norris's 34 laps on those red labelled soft compound tyres and raise him an additional 3 laps? Can he go an extra 3 laps? 37 laps. Those soft compound tyres are only meant to go 29 per Pirelli. And Max is going to try and make them last 37. What is going on here, chat? Sainz did 35 on his. Go on, that might be a good shout. Let me just double check. Norris did 35. This is also true. Fudge cake. And Max is trying to do 37. Oh, the humanity. Let me see Carlos Sainz. No, Carlos Sainz did 32 laps on his. Oh, it's close. Oh, gosh, I can't cope. 34 laps old. And tell you what, I don't want to jinx anything, but do you remember the time when Max Baku, 2021, when they pushed the tyres within an inch of their life as far as the tyre pressure? This is going to get techie. Lap 52, Max is in third. Oh, the humanity and breathe. Chat, this is nerve-wracking. Oh. Yeah, Lando leads. Oh my gosh. 36 behind Lando. Is he going to try and get ahead of Leclerc? Is Leclerc going to pit again? Oh my gosh. Max Verstappen for second. Oh, the humanity. No. Max on lower fuel can do it, Cameron. Albon is a crybaby. They're all crybabies. Do you know what I mean? All at the moment. They're just all and sundry are moaning. George is moaning. Albon is moaning. Reference to the car. Leave me alone. I'm trying to race here. George Russell. Here we go. George Russell might be the preeminent danger to Max Verstappen if he can get around Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman, Max Verstappen will be praying, can do him favours. For sure, asking Max to hold on 100% safest pair of hands there is currently. Charles, I know. If anybody can do it, Max Verstappen can do it. Charles Edward Choose. Far too kind as always, sir. T minus 18 laps left on the docket. 54 in the books. We have ourselves a race, if nothing, for the final step on the podium. Lando Norris dominant all race. Long season, long Freudian slip. Brilliant he has been, and fair play to him. I've got to take 2 seats for now with my criticism of Lando Norris, British Vogue. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Cameron said that he misprioritises driving. Props to the dude, you know what I mean? I've got to shut my mouth and take 10 seats because Lando Norris has done the business this race. Currently set to lead the championship going into the last 4 races. I wonder, chat, that 9 points that Max Verstappen gave up in Barcelona, fit of red mist, I wonder, chat, whether that will come back. It's going to be close. It's going to. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It is going to be close. Right. If we stay as we are, I need to do some maths, don't I? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. And breathe. And breathe. T minus 17. Yeah, there we go. So if there's a safety car, remember there's a decent chance, 70-something% of safety car around here. I mean, GT race, so this is chaos, mate. I don't even know where to look here. 16 laps. I think Red Bull might have played a masterclass here. I think Verstappen's clean. There's no way that over the next 16 laps, Max Verstappen gives up like 14 seconds to Ollie Behrman. As near as makes no difference, 1 second a lap. Behave yourself. It's not going to happen. And they're on the same tyre. It's not going to happen, is it? Absolutely not. Oh, don't do it. Can't imagine hysteria. Content gold like he's never seen it. I've got to. I mean, sometimes one needs to humble themselves before the reality of a good performance. Charles, it's going to get techie here. Safety car after he passes Charles Leclerc, not before. All right, then, look. We're runners and riders with 16 laps left on the docket. 56 laps are in the books. Lando Norris has the lap race lead, last tour to the tune of 121.613. He has been dominant this race. Charles Leclerc in second, 122 last tour. Max Verstappen on soft compound tyres looking to run 37 laps on these, has third for now. Ollie Behrman in fourth. George Russell from Oscar Piastri, Antonelli, Hamilton, Ocon in ninth, Hadjar in your final point scoring position 10th. Ollie Behrman's been all right, hasn't he? But I feel like Max Verstappen is going to steal his podium lunch money as well. He might. $25. Okay, so the gap. Content God, you're a legend, Charles. I appreciate you, mate. Okay, let's go. Right, Matt's set to pick up 15 points. Yeah, Oscar set to 8. Oh my gosh, the gap. Okay. So Max is about to close the gap to Piastri to 32 points here. But then Lando will be oh my gosh, 14, 25. Yeah, by 3 points. So Lando will be in the championship lead by 3 points. Oh, the humanity. Oh my gosh. So you go Oscar, so you go Lando, and then 3 points adrift you'll have flipping not. I need to compute this, chat. Forgive my very noddy, not quick maths. So you have Lando, and then 3 points behind you will have Oscar. I wish that Crofty is the internationally syndicated broadcaster would go through this, but you know what I mean? We'll do it. We'll do his heavy lifting for him since he will not. 40. $33 points, 36 points. Oh, Max is 36 points away. It's closing. It's closing. It's still progress. So Oscar's now 3 points adrift. Max is 36. But for Barcelona, Max would only be 27 points adrift. Oh, the humanity. It's chaos, this. It's too much chaos. I can't cope, chat. I can't cope. 2,500 of watching concurrently, to whom I am grateful ad infinitum. More than words can say. But this channel drives and survives by dint of you guys showing up each and every single time, and I appreciate you for that. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, of course, speaking extemporaneously about the weird and wacky world that is the F that wonks. Hope Leclerc's fronts fall off. Max is in clean air. He has decent distance to Charles. Let's see what the battle for PT. Go on then. If we're talking PT, I think PT is a bit ambitious, eh? 6 seconds, 13 laps. I think Max will be contented with that. Closing the gap progress over perfection. It'd have been perfect if he could have won, but sometimes you just don't have the car. And per Tom Clarkson last season, you've got to understand what's possible, the art of what's possible, and maximise for that. Pun intended. Verstappen, Al-Gaib, come on. If Max's tyres get Leclerc, he'll end up 10th. First, the checkered flag. These stewards have really got it in for Carlos. I know, they don't like him, do they? It's what happens when your dad tries to run against the incumbent. Carlos Sainz Sr. made out for a second like he was going to go for FIA president, right? Meaning, therefore, that your son can't expect any goodwill as far as the way that they wield their regulatory sword of Damocles against him. P4 battle will give Max a podium. I think he'll be all right. I think he's good. Look at this. He's still got 15 seconds in hand, Max. He'll be all right. I think this is all right for Max. Okay, so look, he's not in a championship lead, but he closes it. It was 40 points. It is now 36. Oh my God. 36 with 4 races left. He's going to need a cardo, chat. 9 points a race. Rain, Brazil. He's going to need all the advantage. So go on then. Corinne Chandler says that Max, at this rate, will look to catch Charles Leclerc in the last couple of laps. True, because he's catching Charles Leclerc at 1 second a lap. Oh, the humanity. The delta currently sits at 5 seconds, 5.3. Well, incorrect. Corinne Chandler, because quick maths, 0.8 per lap. If the current gap is 5.3. If the current gap is 5.3, at 0.8 a lap, Corinne Chandler, your maths is incorrect. Oof, don't hate that from Oscar. Well done, Oscar. Don't hate that, Oscar. That's look at him on the rears, though. Look at how much he's extracting from those rears, but he needs to do it right. Oscar Piastri up into 5th. I don't hate that. Fair play, Oscar. Fair play. And they'll be looking to dispatch with Ollie Behrman ASAP. It's a good drive from Oscar. This is a good drive from him. I don't hate it. Up 2 places. Ollie Behrman, biggest winner, up 5 places alongside Bortoletto, who's also up 5. Stroll up into 14th, up 5. But I mean, 3 of those have been retirements, so I don't want to be doing. Oh my gosh. 25. $36 points. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Oscar Piastri will be 10. Oscar Piastri will be, at the moment as things stay, Oscar Piastri will be 1 point behind Lando Norris. Oh, the humanity. Max Verstappen will be 36 behind your race lead. Damn, that 9 points at Barcelona, Max. Flipping Nora. Antonelli's like, we should invert position now. We should invert position. You think George is going to give that up? Go on then. Does George cede? I don't think he does, chat. I don't think George is going to give that up. 2700 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour, smash the like. If, of course, you like the stream, it's going to get techie over the next 9 laps. The altar of Max versus Charles closing in. Look at this. 6 laps, we said. What's he done last tour? Bloody no, he's taking 0.8 out of Charles Leclerc every single lap. Problem for Max is that I think you need in excess of 1 second as a delta to overtake around here. 2,200 elevation. And so this is high altitude circumstance. Difficult, therefore, to overtake. 2.7. 7. 1. 7. 7. 2. 1.7. 4.1. Max is on 1 chat. 5 laps. There are 9 laps remaining. Max Verstappen will be on the gearbox of Charles Leclerc in 5 laps' time. Oh, when his laps will have done like 30... Sorry, when his tyres will have done 33 laps. What are we doing here? This is chaos, chat. I don't even know what to make of it. I prefer... You know what? Max will never do it, but I'd almost prefer Max to just chill out. He's going for Charles. Can't help himself. Barring Baku, Oscar would still be in the lead 100%. But then barring Canada and barring Zandvoort, Lando would be in the lead even more, eh? 2 cheeky DNFs. Oh. All right, and brief. 63 laps in the docket. Oh, the humanity. OG Zilly, you're a legend. Just starting to watch. What did I see those first few laps? Chaos. Was Hamilton the only one to get a penalty? He was indeed, OG Zilla. He was indeed. Can you spell injustice? But my point, OG Zilly, was that I'm not blaming the victim, Lewis Hamilton. But if you know what time it is as far as the stewards are concerned, is it not the intelligent thing? You might get penalised anyway. This is not me blaming Sir Lewis Hamilton. But surely you ease off the throttle, right? Even if you don't see the place, just allow them not to close the gap up. So you force the hand and a decision on the part of the stewards. 25%. You're a legend, T-Belem. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, like the stream. This is going to get chaotic. I'm nervous, chat. I'm nervous. JP, you're a legend, chap. Something different is happening here, mate. Very different, JP. Shout out to my guy, Job. Oh my gosh, be careful, Yuki. Chill out, Yuki. Is this Yuki on Hajar? Don't hate it, Yuki. I do not hate it, but it's you got to be careful, mate. Max Verstappen on the radar. Oh my gosh, this is an insane stint, Max. Just finish off. Again, the gap between one Maximilian Verstappen GOAT for some say soon to be 5-time. Oh, the humanity. 1.52. 3.2 seconds. 3.2 seconds. Max on the last tour takes another 0.7 seconds out of Charles Leclerc. He's going for it, isn't he? Chill out though, Max. Don't bust, mate. P3's all right. P3 out of this melee, Max, we're good, Max. 36 points down the road. Do you know what I mean? We're okay. We're all right, chap. Don't need them extra couple of points. Like, just chill out. It's only an extra 3 points, Max. Just relax. 36 versus 33. We'll take it. 3.3 seconds in match. Oh, the humanity. I can't take it. Oh. Max is going for it on them soft compound tyres. Why can't I see Baku in my head 2021? I don't want it. Come on, Max. Stop stressing out my life, chap. Right. Breathe. T minus 7 laps remaining. 65 laps are in the books. Oh, the humanity. The race is on. The narratives at which we need to pull, and still are. Antonelli, Russell, do they invert? Oh, Russell has inverted. Look at that. I've just spotted. Fair play, George Russell. He's a fair chap. He's English gentleman, George Russell. He's a fair guy. He's a man of his word at the very least, irrespective of whether you love or loathe him. Now, the race is on for second. Lando Norris is dominant, 28 seconds down the road from modern-day Jean Alesi, a.k.a. Charles Leclerc. However, Max Verstappen ain't giving up that fight for that second place. Not yet. Not now. And he will fancy himself some of Charles Leclerc. Currently, 2.6 seconds is the delta between your second place Charles and your third place Maximilian Verstappen. 6 laps left on the dockets. The 66 are in the books. Oh, the humanity. Slow down and let them race. He's coming, isn't he? Nobody cares about the constructors, Crofty. Take it off my screen. I don't need to see it, fella. It's lost in the roundings for Gazy. Nobody cares, sir. It's all about the drivers. Let's not kid ourselves. Internationally syndicated broadcaster in Sky Sports F1. Oh, the humanity. Here we go. 6 laps time. Max Verstappen is set to be on the gearbox of Charles Leclerc in the next couple of laps. Since he's taking 0.8, Max Verstappen now can see him. You know when you're encroaching upon a gearbox and you can see the person in front of you on track. Calm down, Jürgen. This is racing. I mean, Jürgen, you can go and watch Sky Sports F1s. You know what I mean? If you want the English gentleman approach, surely, I make no apologies for being passionate about the sport that I am passionate about, Jürgen. How very dare you? Let's go, T-Racer. Go on, Max. So Max Verstappen currently the Delta. Look at this. 2 seconds. Oh, my gosh. 6 laps remaining. Shoot. Although, look at Charles. Has Charles been honey-dicking us all this time? Charles does a 21.9 last tour. So 0.8 was the Delta that Max was taking out. And now, 0.4. Shoot, Charles. Hey, look, I know what I said. You're a legend, Charles. I appreciate you, mate. But it's Ninja Max is different. P.S. The term Piastri car backup. Yeah, they turned. Oscar looks good. Oscar's done well here. I don't hate it. This is the championship fight, Charles. I tell you what, Max is absolutely on a honestly. Put the bloody driver of the day vote up. Ollie Behrman, props to him. But if listen, Charles. If Max Verstappen can steal Charles Leclerc's lunch money, 0.5 seconds taken out of the Charles Leclerc lead last tour. The gap currently sits at, look at that. Oh, I can't cope. 2 seconds in the Delta. Oh my God. It's 5 seconds. I think he's going to be close. I don't know. Who have you got? Go on, let's get the poll out. 70% of you have faith in Max Verstappen, as well you might, that he can make these soft compound tyres laps last 37 laps. What are we doing here? It's chaos. P2. Let me know who you've got. I can barely contain it. How do you like yourself some Formula 1, eh? Oh my God. Let's go, Matt says T-Race. 1.8 seconds says fuck. Another barn burner. I tell you what, the race is always brilliant like this when you don't know what's going to happen until the end. If a film reveals all of its spoilers in the first couple of minutes of the film, the opening stanza / scene, then what's the reason to watch? You need to. It's chaos. It's chaos. Charles Leclerc will want the second step of the podium, but Max will want that more. 1 second. Oh my God, he's nearly, chat. He's nearly in DRS. Go on then, runners and riders, before we get ourselves 4 laps for the race for P2. Oh, the humanity. There will be a lot of injustice talk here. Lewis Hamilton's 10-second penalty. I don't know, more like 5, if at all. Lando Norris has the whip hand. Quick runners and riders as we have 4 laps remaining before we concentrate on P2. Get the camera on this fight. Sky, I do not care who votes for Ferrari. Anyone that wants to with a phone. Lando Norris leads from Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Behrman in 4th, Piastri in 5th, Antonelli in 6th, Russell 7th, Hamilton, Ocon and Bortoletto round out your top 10 and point scoring positions. Therefore, we have ourselves a race, however, for second position. Currently, the gap sits. Oh, nearly DRS. Oh, Max has got DRS. Oh, go, please. Hold me back. Go on then. Max Verstappen now has DRS. Oh, and Charles Leclerc's going for it. Their Ferrari tyres are running low, eh? Cameron, bro, you're a legend. I appreciate you, Carl. I appreciate you saying that, Carl. It's going to get techie. We've had ourselves 3 laps now, and Max Verstappen is now within the DRS or outside, only just outside of the DRS. He needs to take it. This is F1 Halloween. Peak F1. I would put forth just outside. Charles Leclerc has got he's pulled his finger out. Has only 1.2 pop off. 100%. My heart can't take it either. All for 3 points, by the way. Lest we forget the 18 points for second, 15 for third. I can't cope it. I just can't cope, chat. What's Crofty on about, mate? I know that Lando Norris is going to win. Like, what are we talking about? That? Can you talk about P2? Is Max Verstappen within the DRS? Not yet. 1/100th away from it. This is going to be all important as at the next DRS zone detection. Mistake by Max Umarch. I missed it, chap. Come on, Max. Is he within the DRS now? Is Max getting there and staying there, chap? And let's put some pressure. Yellow flag circumstance. Oh, the humanity. I can't cope with it. Please. No. Oh. Max Verstappen, 1.3 seconds adrift. Come on, Max. You've got to get in that DRS, mate, and stay in there, chap. Put some pressure on Charles Leclerc and let's see what he's got, mate. 0.7. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh, 0.3. Let's get at it, Max Verstappen. Come on. 0.5. Oh my God, Max is going for it. I can't cope. Forget the double yellow flag, David. What are we doing? Max Verstappen is right on the gearbox now. 0.4 with, by the way, 2 laps to go. Sack off the yellow flags. I don't care. Just an incident of the race. I am stupid. Charles Leclerc is struggling. Come on, Max Verstappen. Let's go, chop. 0.4 seconds. Get the DRS open, Max Verstappen. Oh, Sir John, this is chaos. Mexican Grand Prix. Who likes themselves on Mexican Grand Prix? Bloody Nora. Max Verstappen has a cheeky look round the outside. 2 laps remain. Virtual safety car, go away! Go away, virtual safety car, go away. It's not now. You had the opportunity to come out. Go away, virtual safety car. I've had enough. Sabotage. I'm not having it. Leave it. Let it go. Go away, virtual safety car. I've had enough. I don't want to hear about you, chap. Virtual safety car on the final lap. Oh my gosh. That is insane, chat. Oh my God. What are we doing? Fight of the century, and we get ourselves a virtual safety car. Oh my God. Sir John, Mexican Grand Prix voodoo. Who likes themselves some Mexican Grand Prix now? Big love to Charles. Absolutely, Jomo. Charles Edward Cheese, you're a legend, mate. Appreciate you coming back to me, sir. We'll sort that thing out. The racing gods. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Carlos. Have you ever had an adrenaline dump like this? Virtual safety car ending. Go on, Max. Go on, Max. Virtual safety car ending. Let's go, Max. Max, right on him. Go, that was top. Let's go, chap. Fuck. It's half a lap. Come on, Max. And on board with Lando, who's a gazillion. No. Producer. On board with Lando Norris, who's 1,000 miles down the track in first. Come on, man. No, he needed all that time, did Max. If anyone can defend against Max, it is Leclerc. Steven Seagal, Max Verstappen defense. What is the producer doing? Put the camera on Charles and Max, please. I'm about to lose my mind here. My blood pressure is always too much. Charles going to take it, isn't he? Oh, Max had the momentum, but they stole it from him. Mafia. Ferrari international assistance. In effect, manifest. Oh, fuck. Mate. No. I don't hate that. Oh, fuck. Virtual safety car. Why? What for? Get off the track, Carlos Sainz. There is no need for you to be here, sir. Brilliant driver and all. Love him to bits. But stop interjecting yourself into arguments that do not concern you, Carlos Sainz. I'm fuming. Winter, I make no apology, Winter Kroner, for having passion about the sport that I am passionate about. I make no apologies for it, chap. Unbelievable. I'm fuming. Oh. I mean, did you not... Go on then, Corona. Did you not want to see a race at the very least? You'll forgive me for wanting to see a race, a climactic race to an epic Grand Prix in the 5th last race of the championship. Do you know what I mean? Are we pretend? No, it's just, I mean, behave yourself. This level of gatekeeping, as far as the F1 community is concerned, is what I stand against. Orthogonal, gotta love the FIA ruining F1 since Charlie. 100% OG Zilla. R.I.P. Charlie. Ollie Behrman celebrates his P4. Props, Ollie. Driver of the day, potentially. Oh, I do not like that, chat. Fudge cake. I don't like that. I'm going to be honest with you. And my poker face isn't strong enough. Charles Edward, you legend. They couldn't let that ride because they didn't slow in a yellow zone. Come on. That was the right call. Unfortunately, 2021 strikes again always. Williams. I'm fuming, chat. I can't even lie. I can't hide it. I'm sorry. True value objectivity. I can't hide my vexation. Just as a neutral wanting to see a race, we waited long enough. There was payoff in there and we didn't get to see it. And that makes me feel sad as an F1 fan. Being honest. Like virtual safety car. Maybe we need to have a conversation. Ultimately, safety over everything always. I get it. But that virtual safety car just came at the wrong time for Max Verstappen and neutrals alike. 37 laps on them, their soft compound tyres, and still attacking towards the end. Can you say tyre whisperer? Not too bad from Max there. He's all right. This Max Verstappen, that Max guy, he's all right. He'll go well. He might win a couple championships if he keeps his nose clean. Charles Leclerc, good drive from the chap as well, to be fair. Modern day Jean Lazy, put some respect on his name. But this race weekend, Lando Norris in that McLaren MCL 3.9, not half bad. I don't hate it. He's done all right there as Lando. I don't hate it at all. I'm not best pleased, chat. Fudge. Go on then. Lando Norris leads your championship. 3 points adrift is Oscar Piastri going into the final 4 races of the year. Lest we forget, next up it will be Brazil shortly thereafter, Las Vegas. Qatar comes thereafter, and then you have yourself a season finale at Abu Dhabi. 4 to go. Lando Norris has the whip hand now, 3 points down the road from Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen is 36 points down the road. It could have been 33 points, and then it could have been 24 points if you normalise for Barcelona. Oh, the humanity. Corinne Chandler saying what I've been saying all race, that Lewis Hamilton could have helped himself. He probably still would have got a penalty. Like, let's not have this conversation in a vacuum. DP World International Media. It's been manipulated, man. It's been manipulated. What a bunch of idiots. FI stewards are stupid, says Darius. Robbing of an ending for the ages. Attic, I feel, you just feel the adrenaline. Oh, F1 just seizing defeat from the jaws of victory. I understand it's sport and not sports entertainment, but there is a fine, no dotted line between the two, right? I appreciate you, Sebastian. Listen, and sometimes I've got to get a bit. Some of you guys don't like passion. Sadly, then this might not be the place for you. Sometimes I've got to get. I make no apologies for being passionate about the sport that I feel passionate about. Like, is this not sort of like paradoxical acronym? You want me to do the David Croft chun and no. I'm a Max fan, tick shorts, but I see if true value and objectivity were not something that I valued, I would find a way to just subvert Lando Norris. I'm not a big Lando Norris fan, but he's been incredible. That's what I mean. Am I a big Max Verstappen fan? Of course. Does that mean that I can't shoot straight and still be a thinking shooter and call it, as I saw it this weekend, a brilliant race weekend from Lando Norris? Therein lies the difference. You've got to leverage some objectivity from time to time. Right. You guys have been legends. Listen. Reaction video incoming. Take a breather, Cameron. Oh, the humanity. So Giles Edward Cheese, you're an absolute legend, sir, and I appreciate you. LT, you're a legend. Sir John. And breathe. When Sky Sports criticised FIA on the broadcast, that's wild. That wasn't the thing, was it? We were just there, just 2 more laps. Robbery, says BJ. We hate it, Cam. That's not a good look for neutrals. We're just going to get a race. Take heart, Cameron. Science why? Always, Williams. They robbed us. Yes, they did rob us. Oh, right. Reaction video in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go and take a drink. I'm going to lie down in a dark room and try and absorb what we just saw. Round 20 is in the book. In the books, the Mexican Grand Prix is Gonzo, se acabó, finito. Now we have ourselves a Drivers' Championship where Lando Norris is the odds-on favourite. Ipso facto, run the remaining 4 races under the current circumstances, and the bookmakers say that Lando Norris will win the Drivers' Championship in 2025 more than 50% of the time. In second place in the drivers, currently you have Oscar Piastri, sits 3 points adrift of his teammate Lando Norris. Max Verstappen is 36 points adrift. This is going to get chaotic going into the final 4, the dying embers of the season. That is the Drivers' Championship in 2025. Back in a couple of minutes for a cheeky reaction video. Peter Windsor conversation on the F1 Hour. The usual time, usual place tomorrow. And breathe, Cameron. How, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury, do you like yourselves some F1?